Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another Reddit story for you. This one from AITAH goes like this. Am I the astronaut for not sharing my only plate with a pregnant woman? I recently found out that I have a gluten allergy, which explains the stomach pains and aches I've had when trying to eat anything my whole life. Since finding out about the allergy, I've been making sure to avoid foods that contain even trace amounts of gluten, because even a small amount causes indigestion and, in some cases, vomiting. It's starting to sound like a pharmaceutical ad for a second. I was invited out to breakfast with some of my friends, and I let them know of the allergy so we could pick somewhere that actually had food I could eat. The place we settled on is a really high-end breakfast restaurant that has a whole separate kitchen, or at least a section of the kitchen, for preparing their food without gluten, which was a lifesaver, since had that not been the case, I would have needed to skip the restaurant entirely. Included in my friends was a couple who recently got pregnant. We can call them Emma and Via. Via is the one who got pregnant, and said that she wouldn't be having much since she wasn't feeling very well due to the morning sickness. Everyone understood and offered to let her just have a few bites off their plate so she could still have something nice, even if it was just a little. I didn't agree with this, though, since if they were going to be sharing with each other, I couldn't partake. I explained to myself not feeling okay sharing since I'd just be giving food without getting any, and all my friends seemed to completely understand, as well as agree that was very fair. When the food came out, everyone was sharing and having a good time. Via asked if she could have a bite of my food, and I politely declined sharing since I couldn't grab a different bite from anyone else. Via told me her pregnancy cravings were kicking in, and all she was asking for was a couple of bites, so I should have just given that to her. I told her again I'd already explained I didn't want to share food since my food was all I had. Emma told me I could just give her half and order more food if I wasn't satisfied with the amount left, and I again told them no. The gluten-free options were quite a bit more expensive than what they were eating, and paying for 2 plates just so Via could have half of my food didn't seem fair. Via then told me just because I was on a diet didn't mean that I could be selfish, and everyone else had no issues sharing. Thankfully, the rest of the people sitting there did help me stand up for myself and told Via I had already explained that I wouldn't be sharing since no one could share back. While I had ordered an egg scramble and some gluten-free pancakes, everyone else just had normal pancakes, French toast, avocado toast, and other things that I couldn't eat. Via wasn't satisfied with their and my jurisdiction for why she couldn't have any of my food. She went on and on about how I'd turned the whole table against her and shamed her for being pregnant and hungry. I told her if she had gotten her appetite back, she could always order herself a plate, so she didn't need to rely on anyone sharing their food. Via went off at this and told me about all the things she's needed to pay for in preparation for her and Emma's baby. She told me I was being selfish and heartless because I didn't want to give her half of my plate when I could afford to do so. This is where I might be the asshole because I told Via she chose to get pregnant and she chose to go through all of the issues that come with it. I didn't choose to have a gluten allergy and I didn't want to go hungry because she wanted to eat off of everybody else for free. Via started ugly crying, and everyone tried to calm her down, but she and Emma just ended up leaving without paying their portion of the bill. No one blamed me since I was right, but Emma sent me a message telling me I could have just said no and left it at that. She did. I would send that message right back to this bitch and be like, yeah, I did say no. You should have left it at that, instead of embarrassing Via in front of all her friends. I'm starting to feel very guilty. I didn't want either of them to leave. I just wanted her to stop trying to leverage her pregnancy against me as a way that I could only eat the food I could eat. Am I the astronaut? Edit to add, trying to answer some of the most answered questions, or asked. Yes, Emma did get a plate. She claimed it was too sweet for Via, and she should grab a less sweet bite off of everyone else's plate. Oh, that sounds like that was by design. The reason it went from 1 bite to half of my food, which was 1 pancake of my 2, was because she assumed my food was less sweet due to the being gluten-free. I don't think that's the case, but that was her logic. The group agreed we wouldn't be spending as much time with either Emma or Via. Ever since getting married, the two of their bitchiness aspects have combined and multiplied. We also did send them a Venmo request for their part of the bill. They've been told they can either pay the bill or they can never come out to eat with us again. Well, thank goodness that your friends joined in and stood in solidarity with you here to make sure that they didn't get away with this shit, but they kind of got away with this shit. No, I'm sorry, but being entitled doesn't entitle you to being pregnant. That's not what I meant. Being pregnant does not entitle you to other people's food. You cannot just show up to a store or a restaurant pregnant and go take people's plates. The fact that you're friends doesn't matter. You're not entitled to anybody else's food. If you're entitled to anyone's food, it's your partner's who ordered something too sweet, sounds like on purpose, and told you to pick off of other people's foods. And I'm talking to the pregnant lady now, obviously. Via. No. NTA. No. This was like the title was a little bit misleading here because it wasn't about sharing your only plate with a pregnant woman. It was somebody trying to take your food. This was a pregnant lady trying to bully you out of half of your food and then telling you to just order more, buy more, pay for more if what's left isn't enough. I'm sorry. That ain't my baby in there. We're friends. We're not a couple. We're friends. I'm not paying child support.